My name is Petra Sengbush, and today I will be demonstrating the Taylor and Francis online database. This database is good for finding journal articles in the subject area of humanities and social sciences, but excluding art. First, I'll go over some of the features of this particular database. Elements that students should maybe familiarize themselves so that they can do their searches easier. So the first thing is there is a list of subjects listed below the search area, and this could make your search a little bit easier because you can see exactly what subjects you're going to find within this database. So, if you don't see one that fits your topic, then maybe you're looking in the wrong place. It can also be a good place to look if you don't have an exact question or topic for an essay that you need to write. You could maybe browse a certain subject to see what kind of topics you might find, and you can even add filters on here to see what kinds of narrower topics you may find. So we just went from humanities into history. I have a few different ideas there. So from there we have the main search bar, and you have the advanced search icon just next to that blue magnifying glass. And it's really great because this search page actually gives you help in what you may need to do to have a successful search. So one of those things is using parentheses to enclose an exact search term so that you aren't having your terms separated and it matches exactly. The other thing is to use the Boolean operators, which are and, or, and not. This will help you to better get your desired search results. So to the left of that search help, we have the actual search area. So this first box is for the location of the search term in the next box. So we've got the anywhere option, title, author, or keywords. And then we have the actual search term box. And you can add more of these. I believe you can add up to 7. Yep, that's our limit. The next limitation that you can add to your search is for the publication information. So by default, it's set to all dates, but you can choose last either month, 6 months, or year, which is really helpful if you're trying to find a more recent publication. Or you can add a custom date range, say 2005 to 2007. If you're looking for something on a very specific topic, this could be helpful for information from, say, the time of the event, etc. It's also possible to filter your results by citation. So we can look for articles in very specific publications. There's a very long list here. And within that, we can select either a year or a volume or issue and page to get very specific, which again can be very helpful if you are looking for very specific information in a specific place. So because this database is best used for humanities and social science topics, I'm going to pretend that I've got a humanities student, specifically a history student, who is looking for information on World War II. They need to choose a topic and write an essay. So the first thing I want to do is ask them, what is their question? What are they trying to find out? We need to narrow down the topic of World War II a little bit. This is an instance of where letting the student explore those broad topics in the database could spark their interest in a specific article or a narrower topic, and from there they could do a more specific search. So the student has decided that they want to research evacuated children during World War II. This is still a pretty broad topic and they could approach it from some fairly different angles, but they may not decide what they want to write about until they've done some research. So we'll look at some possible questions, such as how are children affected by being evacuated in World War II? Or what European countries evacuated children during World War II? From there, we can figure out what our keywords are going to be. We could try putting the entire question into the search bar, but it is likely that we will get better results if we use our keywords. So those keywords are going to be children, World War II, and evacuation. So as you can see, I've placed my keywords into the search boxes and I've put them in the same order. The only change I've made is I've put World War II in parentheses so that I get an exact match with that phrasing. And I haven't limited my publication dates at all because the student hasn't mentioned any kind of specifications for their research. Again, with the citation search, it just doesn't really apply to us here. So let's go ahead and search. So we've gotten a lot of results, 8,148 results. That is a lot, and it is very likely that a lot of these are not relevant, but let's take a look at the first page because that's going to be what's most important to this student because they'll only search a couple pages, and if that first page gives a lot of good results for them, then maybe they don't need to search anymore. So let's look. British evacuation, similar article by the same authors. A Finnish war child, again more Finnish war children, Dutch children. Okay, we've got our first article that doesn't apply, 2006 war. But overall, this first page of results is pretty good. But let's see what we can do to maybe narrow this down a bit for our student. So after playing around with my results a little bit, I came to the conclusion that we had to be a little more specific. So we've added another keyword, and that keyword is effects. And so now all of our first page articles are relevant to our student, and going through the second page, we find that we are also getting a lot of really great articles that should help them. Thank you for watching my quick tutorial on the Taylor and Francis online database. I hope it was helpful.